What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you the top 5 decks to use in the new Goblin Trophy Road. This is a very unique top 5 decks video because if you want to maximize your experience, you're probably going to use all 5 of these decks, which is a little weird, but let me explain. Basically, as we go through the Trophy Road, we're going to start using different decks because the meta changes, you unlock new cards, and people start playing different decks. So we're going to change our deck depending on what trophy level we're at. So starting off, we're using this bowler deck, Bowler Goblin Giant, for around 800 to 1,000 medals. You can also use the second deck in this video as well. So basically what we're doing here is I've got Goblin Giant Bowler, and it looks like my opponent has pretty much the same deck. This is a pretty good, solid deck because the bowler is going to carry you. He's going to deal with goblins, spear goblins, goblin gang, the mind goblin, goblin barrel, goblin drill. You get the point. He counters all of the goblins. And he's really good at tanking for, like, I guess the Goblin Giant as well. Because the problem with this all goblins deck is you don't really have a mini tank. So if you just play straight all goblins, you're not going to be able to, like, have a very effective time because you don't have a mini tank. The only thing you have is the cage. And he's kind of squishy, so I wouldn't even call the cage a mini tank, really. So I recommend using this bowler variant, and we've already established a pretty big lead here. Now, what we want to do is either make our opponent, like, force him into a bad ability. We're talking about the baby goblins, or I go with the ability first. So that's what we're going to do here since he doesn't go with his ability. We've got a Goblin Giant coming in with these bad boys. And so he goes with the bad ability there because, look, that's going to get, like, no damage at all. And we're going to take pretty much his entire tower because he didn't probably want to play the ability there, but he kind of had to because he had to play defense and everybody's running all Goblin cards. So something is going to pop the ability and it's not going to be good because he has nothing tanking for it. So that's kind of the strategy with this variant is you want to get your ability charged as quickly as you can, and then you want to try and wait, hopefully we don't take too much chip damage here. That would be a little annoying. Okay, we shouldn't, but it's gonna be a pretty straightforward strategy all the time. Just do what I did. You're gonna be able to counter most of the people that are playing similar decks to you, as long as you're being the aggressor. So you want to be the most aggressive, you want to be faster aggressive, but the problem is you don't want to go in too heavily at the beginning of the game because you can get punished by, like, your opponent plays a Demolisher in a cage or something and all they have to do is slap a Gob Giant in front of it. So you want to be kind of careful. Oh god, I gotta sneeze, bruh. No, 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 no. Oh, excuse me, bro. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. That's so lame, bro. Don't leave me. Don't leave me, guys, because I sneezed. Please, guys. Okay, so anyway, sorry. That's pretty much a wrap for game 1. Deck number 2, we've got a interesting little deck. It's like the exact same as the last one, except this time we've got a balloon. So it's kind of fun. The balloon is very good for this mode because, okay, can we... in the comments, how about you rate that goblin cage from our opponent on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay, now that we are finished rating the cage, I'm going to explain why balloon is great. Because if you look at the majority of people's, like, decks... Okay. So, of course, now that I'm playing balloon, people start running air counters. Yeah, okay, this is just great. But for the first, like, 1,000 trophies, people don't really run air counters. So you're kind of fine just running a balloon because it's pretty much unstoppable. We're going to be able to log back everything here, and we should be up a lot of damage because the Brawler will tank a little bit. Arrows will kill the Mother Witch and the Demolisher, and look at that, we're just off to a pretty good start there. So the thing is, the reason this deck kind of falls off towards the middle of the trophy road is because people start realizing, hey, I should probably bring an air counter or two. I should probably switch up my deck because, you know, everybody's running goblins. So maybe I throw a Mother Witch in there or a Wizard. Or so that's kind of why balloon is good early on, is because everybody's running all goblins. The only thing that people have to counter the balloon is like the Dart Goblin or the arrow, or sorry, not the arrows, the spear goblins or goblin gang. So what we can do is just spell those and then get rid of them, and the balloon will get to the tower pretty easily. So unfortunately, we're forced to go with a pretty bad ability there, which is, I guess, you know, that's kind of what happened to us last game, but it's fine because we don't actually end up taking that much damage. We're still up 700. So unfortunately, we have a bad ability. It is what it is. It doesn't really matter. Demolisher at the bridge, I feel like always forces out something and always does significant damage to whatever it's forcing out. And see, as you can see, the Valkyrie doesn't even counter it from getting to the tower, so we don't even have to worry about that. That's a pretty good play, especially when your opponent has... Okay, two things. Jiggle physics, and why does the Valkyrie, like, move forward now? Like, did you see that? Okay. Also, I am a fan of jiggle physics, just to clarify. Also, third thing, why are the little, like, tattoos or forehead stripes of the goblin giant goblins, like, floating 3 feet above them? You guys see that? Keep an eye out for that next time we play a goblin giant, okay? It's completely random. It's of no importance. I'm just pointing out the bugs, bruh. So all we're going to do here is just play a little bit more defense for hopefully just a couple more seconds. And then we're going to be able to go in with, oh god, we're not playing defense. We're going to go in on offense here. Going in on offense, and we're going to be able to take his tower. Oh god, I should have logged first. 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 Okay, it's okay. I don't want to see any comments down below. I think we're fine. I don't want to see any, W defense comments down below, okay? After we push to 1,000 trophies, we're going to start using Lavaloon. Now, this is optional. I would prefer to use it because, again, we're still in the range where people just don't counter air. This is kind of, it's kind of like cheating. Like, I don't have a single goblin in my deck. But if you want to use the baby goblins and you want to use goblins, then I probably wouldn't use this deck. But if you want to get wins and you want to get through quickly, I would use this deck because we have enough splash to deal with all the goblins. We have Valkyrie. See, why is she moving forward, bro? We have Valkyrie, we have Bomber, we have Arrows, we have Skelly Drags, although I wouldn't, you know, really count those as a splash unit. Come on now, you guys know my history with those cards. So all we have to do pretty much is just play a little bit of defense. Make sure you're playing more defense than you would usually do because we don't have the Dagger Duchess, we have the Princess Tower reskin. So what you're going to have to do is just sack a little bit of damage once you actually go with your Lava Hound, because otherwise you're not going to be able to back up your Lava Hound. You want to be able to go Lavaloon and afford one spell or you know, more. So we're going to once again ignore those goblins in case he goes with something here, and we can pretty much line this void up. Yeah, nice. It's going to hit this, and it got nerfed, so it's a slight delay, but it still works. It still works, so nothing to worry about there. And as you can see, most people in this mode have like little to no air counters. So it's that simple. You just run Lavaloon because people have no air counters. If they do end up like making sure they have air counters in the future, which I doubt they will, because not that many people are actually running Lavaloon. So like, you're going to have to change your deck, obviously, if people start changing what they're running in the future, but I doubt that they will, so you're probably fine. We didn't need those arrows there, because I forgot my boy the Bomber came in clutch and helped us deal with that. But that's okay. It doesn't really matter that we took a bunch of damage here, because we have a guaranteed tower every time we push, so all I need to make sure is that words are hard, man. Is that we just focus on using our Evo Valk maybe on defense. I don't need to play defense on these lame ass like little goblins at the bridge pushes he's doing. If he actually went with pushes, I'd have to play a little bit of defense, but I'm not gonna wait around for him. It looks like he's just not playing any defense, so we should be able to kill this little prince, and we do. And I don't see anything stopping that balloon from just taking the tower there. So we're gonna go Inferno Dragon, get ready in case he wants to go with the Goblin Giant, but you know, it's probably fine because he's not going to get a Goblin Giant down. And yeah, he has to play defense, and this is just going to be the game. So I'd recommend you, oh, come on, bro. Come on. That's just low, man. That's just low. You can actually start running this deck from the start as well. It's really good. It's really effective. You've got Goblin Barrel instead of like Bowler here. So you're running a bit of a cheaper deck, and it's also more offensive. So you're going to be running all goblins pretty much too. So you're going to get your ability faster than people. And once you get an evolution slot at 1,000 trophies, you're going to be able to run the Evo Goblin Barrel, which it kind of really helps with the baby goblins. Rip Dark Goblin. He did his job, poor guy. But you're going to be able to counter push with the baby goblins, which I think is pretty cool because you've got split lane from the Goblin Barrel, you got split lane from the baby goblins. It's just a lot of fun. So the Evo Goblin Barrel is definitely better in this mode, but if you don't have it, it's no biggie. You can still run, I mean, you can run whatever, but this deck is very, very powerful, and it remains very strong as well. So obviously with the lack of dagger detches, the thing that makes Goblin Barrel so strong is right there. We force out spells. So although, yeah, he has to go knight here, which is really good for us, which means we can start up a Goblin Giant at the bridge anytime we want now. But you're going to be able to always force out a spell or get significant damage every time you're going in. So we're just going to go Goblin Giant here, and it takes out the cage, and we're going to log here, and he's forced to do a bad ability once again. So that's kind of what we like, is him going with bad abilities because he had to play on defense. So it's actually not the worst ability, but I say bad ability because he's not able to start up a push with it, and we end up with more damage anyways. So we're going to go Demolisher here because he is a bit dangerous for our opponent to deal with, obviously because he starts running at the tower. And so here he goes. He doesn't make it, but we do manage to force out a lot of elixir and get 3 goblin stabs. So that's probably, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take that. So all we got to do here is go in and pretty much just, I guess we don't go in until double. We're just going to kind of wait, start up a push in the back, and then we can use Goblin Barrel. We can use Evo Goblin Barrel. So yeah, we actually have the Evo Goblin Barrel up next. So I'm prepared to use my ability. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun, bro. Y'all aren't ready for this. Y'all aren't ready for this. I don't want to pop the ability just yet. So I'm using the log, sorry. And now we're going to go with the ability. And this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. What are you going to spell, bro? What are you going to spell? He spells the Goblin Barrel in his tower. That's smart. But take a peek over that left lane, my friend. And there's a Goblin Giant on your tower. Demolisher's going to finish off his baby dragons. Baby dragons? What? Sorry. I've got baby D on my mouth. Whoa! Beautiful Goblin Barrel placement. We'll move on because it would have helped my Dark. Even if he countered the barrel itself, Dark Goblin would have got on the tower. So that would have been a win-win anyways. So look at that. Look at that beautiful win. I definitely recommend this deck as well because it's really fun and also it's extremely powerful. So once you unlock the Goblin Curse at 1,000 trophies, you can unlock it for sure at 1,200, but you can get it out of chests as soon as you hit 1,000. All we're going to do is take our balloon deck from earlier and sub the Goblin, what is it called? The Goblin Curse into it because it makes it into a turbo tax. Oh. I've lost it. Okay, so we're going to sub it into this deck because it makes everything so much better. One, the Goblin Curse is good against swarm units, and guess what mode we're playing in? A mode with a butt ton of swarm units, so we're going to be just going in hard here, and we've got a balloon, and it depends, I guess you could have something here, but Goblin Curse, look what it's going to do. It's going to kill the Spear Goblins at the very end of its duration. We get a balloon hit, and there we go. We're going to spawn goblins on his tower. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like, look at that, dude. Down to 1,068, and the Dark Goblin's not going to survive this, is he? Oh, that's like the second time today I've sacrificed a Dark Goblin, and I've only played him twice. Oof, do not let me near a Dark Goblin, folks. That sounds so bad. That sounds so bad. Okay. Okay, so we both got our abilities here. I'm probably going to play the Demolisher as soon as he crosses the bridge just to get our ability going and, you know, to kind of defend against his ability. So it's all in all a pretty good play there from us. We're going to take a little bit of damage, but we force out a Furnace, and that's pretty good for us. Wow, yeah, I like this a lot. We're going to have to, yeah, we'll just tank this. We'll just tank this. It is like 500 damage, but I'm perfectly fine. Why did I smack my lips like that? We're perfectly fine with, I guess it's because they're moist. We're perfectly fine with taking a little bit of damage if it means that we get to save 3 elixir. So I'm down for that. And any day of the week, we should definitely be able to take tower here. Dark Goblin will snipe the cage in case the balloon gets pulled. We're going to go Goblin Curse once again. This is going to make everything take way more damage, and it's going to kill the Spear Goblins, and we're going to spawn goblins on his tower again, and the goblins are going to help deal with the Furnace. I'll give them credit for that, even though the balloon did all the heavy lifting there. So we'll go Goblin Giant in the back, and we will start up another I guess another push coming in with the baby goblins. So we've got baby goblins before he's got baby goblins. So I'm feeling good about this. We're probably going to play the balloon first, just so I can time my ability right. So we're going to go here with the ability, and this is beautiful. We're going to go Goblin Curse once again. I guess you go Goblin Curse plus arrows. It makes the arrows do like 1.5 times the amount of damage it normally do. Damn! Our balloon just got hammered. And we did lose our tower, but, you know, as a Lavaloon player myself, I am okay with losing towers if and only if it means I get a tower in return, and we did. So those are the top 5 decks to use in the new challenge. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, follow. Meow.